Welcome back to Healing Garden, where in time all things become new. Hi, my name is LaKisha, and today we will be talking about onions. We just harvested a beautiful batch of onions from our community garden, and chances are you're getting ready to pull a fresh batch yourself. And now is the perfect time to think about what comes next. How to cure and store those onions so that they can stay fresh, flavorful, and ready for months to come. Let's walk through the process together. First, start by trimming the green tops. Just be sure to leave about an inch of the stem attached to the bulb. Now for those green tops. They're valuable. Perfect for sauces, stir fries, soups, and broths. I'll give them a good rinse, pulse them in a food processor, and store them in ice cubes, freezer trays, bags, or small containers. They'll keep nicely for 3 to 6 months in the freezer. And for long-term storage, dehydrate the tops. Once dry, I keep mine in a glass jar or airtight bags. They're amazing sprinkled on pizza crust, added to soups, or even blended into herbal salts. Next, it's time to cure those onions. First, find a warm, shady spot with good airflow. A porch, a garage, a shaded part of your yard works great. Just make sure that there's no rain in the forecast. Let them sit for 2 to 3 weeks until the tops are dry and the outer skins are papery and crisp. Now that they're cured, store them in mesh bags, baskets, crates, or even pantyhose. The key is airflow. Keep them in a cool, dark, and dry place around 35 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. No cellar? No problem. I use a ventilated closet. Yellow onions have the longest shelf life, up to 6 months when stored correctly. Published studies suggest that compounds in onions like quercetin and sulfur-based antioxidants may support heart health, balance blood sugar, and even help with immune defense. Organosulfur compounds help protect our cells against oxidative stress, which plays a huge role in long-term wellness. Onions also support the brain and respiratory health. So if you didn't grow onions this season, make sure you grow them next season. Now, to this week's gardening application. As a gardener, I'm learning that gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a choice. When we share our food, our time, our resources, we align ourselves with timeless principles that brings blessings today. The ancient Israelites were not just farmers, they were people of divine principles. They gave from their heart tithes, first fruits, and offerings to the poor because they were thankful for provision, for deliverance, and for life itself. Their giving was a celebration. There was one farmer in Kenya that gave 10% of his harvest to widows during a drought. And though his field had the same weather conditions as his neighbors, it yielded 25% more. He said, I simply gave to those who had nothing, and God gave me more than I expected. So what do you leave sitting on your plate? What you consider scraps might just be someone else's miracle. Let's garden with purpose and joy, and let's give, because when we share, we sow seeds that grow far beyond the garden. Please share and comment, and until next time, happy gardening.